I forgot to film an intro and an outro to today's video. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this little declutter. My collection wasn't massive, but for me, it felt like a lot. So I got rid of a few things. Some things I'm gonna test. You guys can follow me over on Instagram to see whatever was in my maybe pile I ended up keeping or actually getting rid of. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys are curious what I'm wearing on my face right now, I've had my makeup on all day. I'm wearing the LYS skin tint and the Natasha Denona concealer, both of which I've kept. Thank you so much for watching, for taking time out of your day to watch this video. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Sorry for the terrible lighting, but let's start with the declutter. I'm sitting by my window and it's not a sunny day out today. Let's start with this. This is the Urban Decay Face Bond Foundation. I really love this during the hotter months, especially last year when I went to Tennessee and we went during a heat wave. This lasted so good on my skin. I was using this all last summer. It's very mattifying. The shade match was also really good. One of the best shade match foundations that I have. I'm gonna give this a try, especially now that we're getting into colder months. But even if I don't like it for colder months, I know how much I like it for the warmer months. This may be something I keep and try to use more. I really enjoy this. This is a very, like I said, a very mattifying foundation and self-setting. So if that's not something you like or your skin type just isn't for that, I highly recommend staying away from it. You're not gonna like this. I'm gonna keep this. So this is the Supergoop SPF Protect tint, SPF 50. I like that it's SPF 50. I wouldn't use this as like an actual SPF, but it is nice, and it's nice to have that extra layer of protection of SPF. So I would use this over my normal SPF. I remember really enjoying this. I'm gonna keep this. The LYS foundation stick, I really love this. It's what I'm wearing today. I am almost out of it. I'm not gonna repurchase it for the simple fact that I'm going to purchase the Merit complexion stick. I've been wanting to try it, but look, this is how much I have left. Hardly anything. This is lightweight. It has a nice natural finish to the skin. One of my favorites for sure. The Ciele Tint and Protect SPF 50. This is more of a foundation than the Supergoop one. I enjoy this, but my biggest complaint about this is the packaging. I hate the packaging, and for that reason, I hardly reach for it. It has this to pull up and then you twist it off. It has the dropper, but sometimes this can get so messy, especially if like you're doing your makeup in a rush and product will get everywhere, which is annoying, but I do like it. I like the way it looks on the skin. I like the way it performs. I just don't like this packaging. When I go on vacation, as much as I would love to take this with me, this is not one I'm reaching forward to take. The bottle is glass. It can break. The packaging, again, is horrendous in my opinion. See, I love the product itself, but the packaging. So I have to think, you know, I'm going to put this in the keep for now. Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. This has been like one of their biggest products, the biggest duped product. So this is something I have in my collection, but I hardly ever reach for it. At one point, I was using it almost daily, but I can honestly do without this. So I'm gonna get rid of this. The Milk Hydro Grip Skin Tint. Oh man, this got so much hype, and I remember purchasing it off the Milk website because I really wanted the brush more than anything. And I think the brush was only available on their website. The skin tint is really pretty. However, I had an issue the way it wore around my nose. It's a really pretty skin tint. It's a very like grippy texture. It's very tacky. That's the word. Tacky. It's very tacky. I enjoyed it, but I wasn't crazy about it. And also, I'm not sure if this is what made me break out. I feel like it was, because when I stopped using it, I didn't have like any breakouts the way I had when I was testing this. So yeah, I think as much as it pains me, I wanted to love this. Like, you spend money on these things, you want to enjoy them. I think I'm gonna get rid of this. The Hourglass Veil Tint. This is nice. This is very skin tint light. The undertone, I got the neutral undertone, I believe. The undertone, it pulls very warm. It's a very thin, very lightweight formula. I'll show you. It's not gonna give much coverage, but it feels nice on the skin. It feels lightweight. And if it pulls too warm on you, like it does on me, definitely pulls too warm, I use a color corrector. I use the one from e.l.f., the blue one, and it balances it out. So I'm going to, what am I gonna do with this? I'm gonna keep this one for now. The Makeup by Mario foundation. This was his first foundation and it got a lot of hype, both for good and bad reasons. I remember first loving it, and then the more I used it, I hated it because it wore weird, especially like around my mouth area. It just wore really, really weird. I don't know. I know he came out with a new one. I kind of want to try it, to be honest, but I feel like he gets a lot of hype for, you know, who he is and who he does makeup for. And some of his products are really underwhelming. Some of his products are really, really good. Like I love his blush sticks, but this one, I thought I would love this because of how it was marketed, and I have dry skin, especially during the colder months. However, like I said, it wore weird. It was overly shiny, even on my dry skin. I have no doubt what I'm gonna do with this. I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna declutter it. This is the Saie foundation. It's been a few years since I've tried this. It's been in my collection. So yeah, it's a very serum-y foundation. So if that's not what you're into, look at how runny it is. I don't know if you can tell. It's very liquidy, very runny, very, very thin, extremely thin. Yeah, this is so thin, so lightweight. I don't remember how I felt about it because it's been so long since I tried it. I think when I got this foundation, I think I was actually just blogging. I wasn't on YouTube yet. So I'm going to create a maybe pile and I'm gonna put this in a maybe. I'm gonna put that there. Same thing with this. I'm gonna move this to the maybe. I'm changing my mind with this. This is the Glossier Stretch Fluid Foundation. I love this. I even loved it more with a sponge, I think. I do really like it, but I think I'm gonna get rid of it because I feel like the shade is too light. So I should have they had a light medium, but I missed it somehow. And I got light and it's too light for me. So I think because of that, I'm gonna get rid of it. But this is a really nice foundation. It looks beautiful on the skin. It has a nice natural finish and you don't need much, but I think the shade is off by a lot. So I think I am gonna try it. I'm gonna put this in my maybe pile, try it out and see how I feel. Maybe with bronzer and such, I can make it work. Maybe it wasn't that bad, I feel like. But yeah, this is a really nice foundation. I don't think it got the attention that it really should have. The NYX Buttermelt Glaze Skin Tint, I'm getting rid of this. I didn't like this. I don't know, it was too tacky. I love their original SPF that smelled like mango. It comes in the pink tube, but this one, I don't know. I didn't enjoy this one. And this shade is definitely too light, but they didn't have, when I got this, they didn't have the one that I wanted available in store. But yeah, I didn't like how this looked. I didn't like how it was just okay. It was just okay. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. This is definitely going in the getting rid of pile. The Covergirl Essence. This is really pretty. It's a nice skin tint. It's definitely a tint. I got the shade light medium. It is really nice, really pretty on the skin. You can use it as a primer. You can use it just as a skin tint. You can use it however you want, really. I love the unique formula of this. I think this was supposed to dupe was it Dior or Chanel? One of those high-end products. This is really pretty. I used a bit of it, but I think I might pass this along to someone I know. I haven't found myself really reaching for it or really wanting to use it. Not that I don't like it, I do really like it. It's just not something that I'm reaching for. And it's been sitting in my drawer. So I'm just gonna probably pass this along. I'm gonna try it out again. Yeah, I think this is one I'm definitely gonna pass along. Probably to my mom, she can get more use out of it than I can. So this is gonna go in the maybe just for that reason. The Ordinary Serum Foundation. So this is something that they brought back. I'm not sure if it's still available. I'm gonna check, but I remember I didn't get to try it when it was first available. I don't think I was like really into like wearing makeup back then, way back then. So I remember so many people loving it, especially people in the like vegan cruelty-free community, because at the time I was like vegan and cruelty-free and all that stuff. This is really, really pretty. I was using this for quite a while. This was like my go-to for some of the summer. Like when it comes out, for me, it looks a little weird, the undertone of it. But then as you blend it out, it looks really pretty. The formula is, again, super thin. Most of what I have, actually, I'm realizing I'm saying it a lot, is that the formulas are super thin, super lightweight. You do get a bit of coverage with this, but not much. It's a serum foundation, and you can tell that it's a serum foundation because it's so lightweight. And you have like most of these products that have like skincare infused ingredients in them, you have to give them a good shake before using, or else it's just gonna look weird and off and not right. It's not gonna perform well on the skin if you don't give these products a good shake. You should be shaking all your products, but I'm just saying, especially with these. This I'm gonna put in the keep because I was getting good use out of it. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in the keep, and it's small. It's not taking up much room, so my legs are falling asleep. The Covergirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk. It's another skin tint. Clearly, I gravitate towards skin tints. Just realized I don't have much memory of it. Again, I'm gonna sound very redundant, but it is lightweight. It's a very liquidy formula. I'll show you how liquidy it is. It's another liquidy formula, not as liquidy or as thin as the Ordinary that I just showed you, but it is very thin, very liquidy. I think honestly that's going to be one that I'm going to declutter. I'm not really reaching for it, and I'm keeping the Ordinary. You know, they're both very different but also similar in some ways, just with their performance, I feel like. So I'm gonna declutter this one. The e.l.f. Soft Glam. This got so much hype, and it is pretty. I remember talking about it. This is pretty. It does have a very nice finish to it. It is satin, like it says. It's a satin foundation, so it has that nice satin finish to it. I do enjoy this, but I just forgot about it because it was in the bottom of my collection. So I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna put this in the do I want to put it in the maybe, or do I want to put it in the keep? Let's see. I'm gonna put this in the maybe and try it out again and probably move it to keep. But I did like this. The Huda Beauty Easy Blur Foundation. If you've been watching my channel, you know how much I've loved this foundation. Like, this foundation just performed so beautifully, so lovely on it. Looked so perfect on the skin. This foundation was like top tier. This was my go-to, the one I was reaching for all the time. I don't know if you guys have seen my last video that went up, because this is going up after that one. If you saw my last video that went up, it's just, I don't know. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of this foundation just for my personal beliefs and stuff, my where I stand in my faith and such. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. Patrick Ta foundation. I remember really liking this when it came out. It's the cream on top and then a powder on the bottom. Thought it was just okay. I didn't find nothing special about the powder, but I'm gonna keep this in the maybe and see from there, see how I feel about it, see if it's something I want to continue to use. It's a cream foundation, so it's a little more work in the sense that you got to make sure you're really rubbing it and blending it into the skin. I feel like I like this. Again, this was during my blogging days. I feel like I'm gonna put it in the maybe. This is gonna go in the maybe. This is gonna be part of the try on, and we'll go from there. I feel like I'm gonna end up decluttering it, but it's gonna go in the maybe for now. The Herborium BB Creme. I got the mini version of this to try, and I'm so glad I did. This is nice. It looks nice on the skin. Will I purchase the full size? Probably not. It's really pretty, nothing against this, but sometimes I feel like the shade is good. I got the Doré shade. Sometimes I feel like it's a little off. Sometimes I feel like it's too dark, a little off. It's okay. A mix of emotions with this in terms of like how well it matches. But I'm gonna put this again probably in the keep just because it's a mini, and when they're mini like this, like, I want to try and use them up because it's not, you know, it's a small product. So I'm gonna put this in the keep for now because, yeah, why not? The Urban Decay, what was this? Hydromaniac. I love this, but the issue is this is my second time getting this. Got this, well, I got this when Sephora had like some kind of sale going on. I got this for like way cheap. So I need the shade in between. So what I have now is light. The shade I had before was medium. The one I need is light medium, and I think it'd be perfect because I have a feeling if I had the other one and I were to mix the two, it'd be perfect. I'm just gonna get rid of this. Also, it's been sitting in my collection for a while. I used it for a bit, made it work with some bronzer and stuff, but I'm just gonna get rid of it. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation. So since since I might keep the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation, I'm gonna get rid of the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation, because honestly, I feel like this was just a reformulation of this. Really pretty and all, but I reach more for this one than I have ever for this one. I'm gonna try this one, make up my mind on it, and declutter this one. The Essence Cover and Last Powder Foundation 16-hour wear. I think I'm gonna keep this. It's a powder foundation. I think it looked really pretty when I had it on. I'll use this just as a setting powder, just to like, or add more coverage if another foundation, say like if I'm using this, if it's like too light and I want to add a little more coverage, I'll add this. It's not like crazy coverage, but you know. And it doesn't look super powdery. At least on me, I didn't find it to look super powdery or anything. So I'm going to give this a try and decide from there. Sorry also for my nails, the way they look. By the time this video goes up, I promise I will have a fresh set of nails. The Tower 28 Sunny Days Foundation Tint. This I'm gonna put in the maybe. Another product that I liked, however, if you do go overboard with this, like this will look so bad if you use too much or anything. At least on me, I find it to look bad, and it will like settle into, if you have any fine lines, it will settle into fine lines. So I'm gonna put this in a maybe, because this wasn't something I was like super excited about, but it also wasn't something that I just didn't like at all. So I'm gonna put this in the maybe, give it a try, and decide one last time whether this is worth keeping or not. The Maybelline 30-hour, what is this? Lumi Matte Foundation. I'm keeping this. Okay, so I'm getting rid of this, but this is almost similar to this, to the Huda Beauty one, and I love this. Like, I love this foundation. I reach for it almost on a daily basis, especially like if I know if I have an event or if I'm going to be out for quite a period of time throughout the day. I will reach for this. I know how it wears, I know how it performs, I know how it looks. I can set it, not set it. It looks beautiful. So this foundation for sure is a keeper. Maybelline like killed it with this formula. It's beautiful, and they have a really nice shade range, especially for a drugstore. Like, yeah, this is amazing. Last is the Merit Tinted SPF. This is called the Uniform. I'm almost done with this. I really like it, but if you have dry skin, I don't think you're gonna like it. It's not worth it if your skin is super dry, because it's gonna cling to dry patches and it's really gonna show them off. But if you have more combination oily skin, this is really nice. I love how it looks immediately upon application. It looks beautiful. And as you can tell, like I said, I'm almost done with this, so I really just want to empty it and get rid of it. I'm not going to repurchase it. It wasn't like an absolute favorite, but it was nice for what it was. I did like it, so I'm going to keep that. Now let me change my batteries and we'll get on to some concealers. We're back. Battery has been changed. I have a very small collection of concealers, which I'm grateful about. So most of them, I feel like I already know what I'm going to absolutely get rid of and what I'm absolutely going to keep. And I'll tell you right now, I feel like it's easy to guess. So let's get right into this concealer declutter. The Milk Makeup, I did like it. Let me zoom you in a little more. There we go. So the Milk Makeup Concealer, I did enjoy this, but honestly, I don't reach for it. I don't know. I think this was a product I bought just for hype. I did like it. I liked how it performed. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm going to get rid of it, like I said, just because I'm not reaching for it. I don't reach for it. And I've had it for quite a while. Let me see. Does it smell? It doesn't smell bad, but it smells like a little something. So I'm just going to get rid of this. This is definitely one that I'm decluttering. The e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This is the Hydrating Camo Concealer. I like this concealer. It does a good job at covering up dark circles and stuff. It is hydrating. I will agree with the name there. I feel like I was using this a lot at one point. This was like my go-to concealer. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep this concealer because I was using it a lot. This was at one point my go-to concealer. I do like how it performed and looked under the eyes. It didn't look cakey or anything. It looked really nice that I remember. So I'm going to keep this concealer. 𝘋𝘬𝘤𝘮, this is my current favorite foundation concealer. Love this. This is what I'm wearing today. I love how it looks under the eyes. I love the serumness of it. It is very hydrating. If you use a light hand with it, you don't even need to set it. And I have a lot of fine lines under my eyes. So yeah, this is a concealer that I'm definitely keeping. It's one of my favorites. The Ciele Conceal and Protect. I wanted to love this. I wanted to love this concealer so bad, but it's very thick. It's a thick concealer. It's almost dry. It's not, I keep wanting to say foundation, how you use this concealer. Not my favorite. I wanted to love it because I love a lot from the brand. Ciele is definitely one of my favorite brands, I would say. The concealer for my dry under eyes, this is a pass. I'm gonna get rid of this, unfortunately. The 𝘋𝘦𝘤𝘵𝘦𝘬 Do It All concealer. I haven't talked about this on camera, but I've been using it a lot, almost actually daily since I rediscovered my 𝘋𝘬𝘤𝘮, again, going through my collection. Before using this and this, I was using this a lot. And yet, even though I've been using it a lot, I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. It's easy to work with because you just swipe it on under the eyes and give it a nice blend. If you let it sit for a bit, about 30 seconds or so, it blends out beautifully. It gives beautiful coverage. I like it. It's not a favorite, but I like it. And because I've been reaching for it and wanting to use this, like I said, almost daily, I'm going to keep it. Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. Again, I'm going to keep this one. This was one that I was reaching for a lot as well. I really like the formula of this. I get why so many people love this concealer and why it's become their go-to. It just gives a beautiful finish. Looks nice under the eyes, especially again, sorry, that was my dog. Especially again, if you don't go crazy with it and use a massive amount. I think that's the key with any makeup product. Like, you don't want to go crazy with it, but I like this and I'm going to keep it. It's one of my favorite concealers. This one I'm definitely getting rid of. It's the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I think I got this to try for a video that I did a while back, maybe like a year ago or so. The color I got was definitely way too light and it performed nice, but it wasn't a standout where I feel like I gotta keep it. So I'm gonna get rid of this. Before any of these concealers that I just showed, I was using this a lot. I'm gonna put it in my little maybe pile of foundations. I'm gonna add this concealer to it. Maybe I just need to try it again and rediscover my thoughts. So yeah, that's everything. So out of concealers, this is what I'm keeping. I knew for sure that I was going to keep these three. I had completely forgotten about this one, if I'm being honest. So I didn't think I was going to end up keeping it, but I'm going to keep it, give it a try and see. But these are my concealers. So we got 4 concealers, and not bad, I don't think. And then for skin tints and foundations, I feel like I mostly have, like, looking at my collection, it's mostly like skin tints. These are the ones for sure that I'm keeping. Like, I'm so excited to be halfway through this. I cannot wait to finish it and put this in an empty. An empties video is coming up. Oh my goodness, I have so much empties to show you guys. But I'm so excited to get through this. This as well, the fact that I'm near done with this, like when you use a product, especially again, you're spending money on these things, like it's so nice to really get your money's worth, use it all and decide from there, like, hey, do I want to repurchase this or not? I think it's just wise purchasing decisions, not just for the hype or anything, you know, when you get good use out of your products. These are the foundations that I'm keeping. And then maybe pile. So everything that's in the maybe pile, I am going to show on Instagram. If you want to follow me there, I'm going to create a reel and then I'll know more or less whether I'm going to keep it or not. Like, I don't want no in between. So these are definitely my keeps. I think it's pretty good. I think the collection is looking a lot better than what it was. This is the maybe pile. Again, if you guys want to see what I end up keeping from here, be sure to follow on Instagram where I'll be doing a wear test each day of every one of these foundations and seeing whether it's worth keeping or I have to just get rid of it. This is everything I'm getting rid of. I'm not even gonna think twice about it. I kind of wanted to try this and see, but you know what? I've had this for 5 or so years now. I haven't reached for it much. I don't want to put myself through the guessing game or anything. I'm just gonna get rid of what I'm getting rid of here. I'm happy with my decision. And yeah, I think this is a great way for me to just make room for new products and not go crazy with purchasing something just for the sake of purchasing something. I definitely want to be more mindful and more conscious about my decisions. It's something I've been talking about. Concealers, I'm definitely happy with my decision. I'm just happy that I didn't really have like a huge collection of concealers. Again, I don't think it was necessary for me to have such a large collection, but these I do reach for. This one, again, I've been using almost every single day. You know, each concealer has had its moment, and it's always been these 3 especially, but in the beginning it was this one as well. That's the declutter. I am so happy.